Hello, welcome and welcome back to the Purpose and Glow podcast. My name is Pamela, your host. So on this week's episode, it's gonna be a little bit different, right? It's gonna be a little bit different, but before I tell you why it's gonna be different, I want to tell you more about the Purpose and Glow podcast. So the Purpose and Glow podcast is it's where we have meaningful conversations around wellness, business, and all things weddings. So the idea is to get in individuals and have a conversation around what they do, what they like, why they started their business, why they particular business. And if you're talking about wellness is it's a vast topic. So we can talk about finance, we can talk about well-being, we can talk about a lot of things that are involved in wellness. And then business, we'll have business conversations with business people, what it's like to what it's like to run a business, like what we did with our previous guest, last week's guest, which is Mr. Kotokeni. Just quite a meaningful conversation, and I'm meeting people offline telling me that they really enjoyed the episode, and I want to have more conversations like that as well. Then we've got weddings where we want to invite the couples to come in and have a conversation around their wedding. How is wedding planning like? What are the do's, what are the don'ts, and somebody who's also, I love weddings. I feel like I have to talk about weddings because it's something that I really love and I'm passionate about. So that's what the Purpose and Glow podcast is all about, just having meaningful and impactful conversation with my guests, and sometimes by myself as well. So with that said, a few weeks ago, the Purpose and Glow exhibited at the Business Summit 2026, and it was a beautiful experience, I should say. Hey, we went there with intention. I believe we met people we're supposed to meet, and it was a beautiful experience overall, because exhibiting is one thing. It's one thing to put yourself out there, and also it's one thing to be there and just encounter a lot of people. I met beautiful and wonderful people at the Business Summit, and I'm looking forward to the conversations we're gonna have. Some are gonna join the book club, and others are coming to the podcast so that we can have the conversation around either wellness, business, and all things wedding. And then some as well joined the collective. So we were there to talk about the book club, the podcast, and the collective. And that's what the Purpose and Glow Hub is mainly built or mainly centered around, right? So the summit itself was insightful, inspiring, and such a great opportunity to meet incredible people. We also met some amazing potential guests. So you'll be hearing from them quite soon. Now, on the day of the summit, so we managed to interview a few people at the Business Summit. Just little questions, asking them how was the summit and what does purpose mean for you. Here is how it went. A side note, please listen to the message and don't mind the background noise, because it was full of people, so you can imagine the noise and stuff. So just listen to the message and ignore the background noise.
How do you define purpose?
Right, purpose. I would define it as the impact, knowing how you are meant to impact the lives of people, of the community, and whoever is coming in contact with you. That's what purpose is for me.
How do you define purpose?
Basically what you were born to do, what makes you feel alive, makes you more connected to why you are on this earth. The thing that makes you feel the most alive, the most confident. Yeah. What connects your soul most, basically. Yeah.
My name is Lydia Kunyenga, the creative director of Satoshi Media. To me, purpose is defined as making brands visible, more memorable, and impactful. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Camilla Steenkamp, and I'm here with Purpose and Glow at the Business Summit 2026.
Okay, how do you define purpose?
Wow, okay, so I define purpose as a goal actually that you set for yourself. and then to want to reach at the end of the day. And I believe purpose is something that we all have, even though we are still trying to figure it out halfway along.
Thank you.
I'm PPS Insurance.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Freda Nandura.
What's the best book you ever read and why?
The best book that I've ever read, and I would recommend each and everyone reading that book, is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robinson. This book makes sure that you put things in perspective, make sure that you focus on yourself, also put you a little bit out of your comfort zone and call you out on what you can do better. So I would recommend that book to each and everyone. It's a must read. That book changed my whole perspective about life and about people, and how you can't control how other people react, and only how you can.
Person Glow. My name is Gonzagene Shumbija. I am CEO at Shumbija Corporation. What I find interesting about business is that business creates an opportunity for an environment to improve, for our economies to improve, provides jobs to our people, which literally or basically improves the living standards of our people. It enhances our opportunities to grow as a country, economies in all different sectors, health, whether it's health, technology, be it that. That's what I find business very interesting. Best advice, I think I have two advices that I can maybe share, which is never give up. That is one of them. I think never giving up is one of the things that really strike a lot of people when they're into business. They fail countless times, failing, but then they end up giving up. But I think once you keep failing, there's always one thing that is very important for you to keep learning from your failures. So the second advice is that be very intimate with your business. Take it very personal. I think you must try to learn as much as possible. Try to learn all the details in your business. Try to understand your business in and out. You breathe it, you exhale it, and you breathe. That's most important. I think being very intimate with your business is very important. So yeah, that would be my advice. Thanks.
Hi, I am the founder of advertise Marketing and Business Consultation.
Why are habits important?
I think habits are important because they create a great narrative in your mind. If your mind, when habits are important, think in your mind always, right? Your mindset will be structured based on what you do, what your mind will adapt to. Nurture with habits in your mind and connects to. That's why it's very important to keep good habits.
What's the best advice you got?
The best advice I got is that discipline, patience, and respect takes you very, very far.
Hi, my name is Tanya Katamila.
What's the best advice you ever got?
The best advice I ever got was to basically live my life. So I feel like that we only have one chance to do this, so it's really vital to live the life that you have to the utmost full.
Hi guys, my name is Didi.
What's the best advice you ever got and why?
The best advice I ever got is go out and get it. Me being a go-getter, I went out and got it.
Founder of the Global Mindset Coaching Academy, and I'm so honored to be here.
How do you define purpose?
us at the Global Mindset Coaching Academy, defining purpose comes in very handy because all our clients that we help them in public speaking and building confidence. And I feel that that is tied to purpose. So for me, at the end of the day, purpose is just the act of service to others. And in line with that, you actually also find yourself. Meaning that you could be a teacher giving service to your students, but in the process you are also gaining money, titles and positions, all of that. So purpose to us is giving service to others. In the process, you also find your own value on earth. Yeah, that's all.
Community. My name is Aniki. Cute to write.
What's the best advice you ever got?
So the best advice that I've gotten ever is that you need to stay true to yourself because there's nobody that can outdo you.
Hello everybody, my name is Ada Awala, Ada's Creation, as you all know, as well as Rides by Ada, and a renewed bridal concierge service provider.
What's the best book you read?
As a bookworm, everybody that knows me knows I love books. So, I'm currently reading Emma Grade, Start With Yourself. Now, I've read a lot of advice in there, but the one thing that stuck with me is when you're doing business, it's a transactional. A lot of the time when you come to a business person and you ask for them to hook you up with a certain somebody trying to use their network, most of the time what she's saying is you need to learn to offer something in return, especially if that advice means you are starting a business that is profitable. Now, most of the time we like to just get advice for free, but a lot of good business people want something in return, but you need to be smart enough to actually offer it. So if you're coming to me to say, Ada, I want to start a business as a makeup artist as well, what can you offer me in return for that information? That's the advice I've got from Emma Grade. I say go get that book, get an exclusive book, and thank me later.
And what's the best advice you ever got?
It was with the Busitambe Choir back in 2017. The Dragons, remember that book where I am something, that book where they came to Namibia. And the one thing Busi told me is, what are you still doing in IT? You're supposed to be doing full-time makeup. But he said the one thing you're going to do, Ada, is you're going to fail. And listen, everybody knew I had a salon in Cedarov. Did I not close it down? Because why? There are certain obstacles as a business person to start. But then what did that took me? It took me back to school and I did Stellenbosch Academy. As I stand here, I'm accredited international hairdresser because of that one advice. So listen, start something, fail at it, and pick yourself up again. And guess what? You never know what, the sky's the limit.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Santiago Mariano Gaisa and I'm a teacher, a student. I am a music writer, songwriter and singer, and also I have a baking business, yes.
How do you define purpose?
Purpose. How I define purpose is something that you aim for, something that you want to achieve. As simple as that, that's how I would define purpose.
Okay, what advice would you give to learners and students?
An advice that I will give to my learners as an educator, I will tell them to follow their dreams because I've been told that I cannot sing, but I know myself I can sing. But yes, that's one of the things, to follow something that they really are passionate about.
Thank you.
Hello, hello. My name is Trifika Matthias. So today we are at the Business Summit 6 at Mercury in Wayne.
Okay. What's the best advice you ever got?
The best advice I ever got was that I actually got one today, and I got it from a lady somewhere in the business summit that is selling candles, and I asked her what exactly inspired her to start making her own candles, and she said frustration is actually the beginning of creativity, because you need to be frustrated for you to start something, for you to come up with an idea. She said apparently she used to be frustrated every time she went to the shop and she can't find the right scent, she cannot find the right candle, so she decided she would make her own candles. And another one that I got is you don't need to have everything to start, and you don't
need to be somewhere to start. You can start where you are, you can start with whatever you have. Thank you.
Purpose and Glow Academy. My name is Joyce.
What advice would you give to someone that wants to start a business?
Just start, guys. It's not that deep. Forget everything that you want to achieve before you actually start it. Just start.
So my name is Samuel Kamlumbu. I'm a pharmacy assistant by profession, psychology student also with a Christian writer.
What advice would you give to someone that wants to start writing a book since you're a book writer?
So for any aspiring author, I would advise make sure you don't write book just for commercial purposes. So if you're going to write a book, make sure it's really a meaningful book that you think it will have a great impact out there in the world. Make sure you are building communities and not just self-seeking. So I think other than that, I wouldn't really say much. Just make sure your book should be impactful, should be community building. Other than that, there isn't really much that I would recommend here.
How do you define purpose?
Purpose, I would say purpose is as a human being, we all want to serve. So when we want to serve, there's always roles that you want to fix. So if you find one thing that you're really good at and you can serve very well at that main thing, if you can fulfill that, if you can just find something to do and help people out there, then I believe that's your purpose, and that's it. Do what you can do to fill any hole that you have actually explored here.
My name is Diana, and that's my profession. So I'm here by the coaches and What's Book Club and the collection. So I'm so happy this year I read about 5 books already. So I'm looking forward to what's coming
What advice would you give to somebody that wants to start a business?
I would say to start, you've got to know right product as a business because you never know where your extended whereby success begins. So just start business, don't be shy.
Hi, I'm Ilya. I'm here with Purpose and Grow, and I'm just here at a business summit for Namibia 2026. And the best advice I ever got is only yourself. You can only save yourself. I dealt with the mental health for a period of time, and then I was trying to find going from doctor to doctor, but somebody told me that, hello, stop doing that. Stop going to the doctor. The only thing that you can save yourself is you by changing your mindset. By changing your mindset, you can save yourself. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Esther from Amari Business CC. What I took away from the first session is, am I bankable and how committed am I to my business? I need to be committed 100% because sometimes we are one foot in, one foot out, and to never stop learning as well. So you learn about your business, learn about your industry, and how comfortable are you, how bankable are you? That's what I learned.
Hi, my name is Nelson Sakaria, founder of 7 Fitness, and I'm here at the Business Summit. Very interestingly, what I have learned today is that so far we've had different panelists, different business founders and business owners, but what I have truly learned as a business owner myself is that this journey is an individual journey for every business owner. And what I've learned so far really is shared struggle, shared experiences, be it from startup capital, be it from fighting to get paid, fighting for invoicing, be it from struggling with scaling. Is it too soon? Is it too soon? Or how do I go about scaling? How do I bring in employees into the business? Sometimes you want to bring in somebody you cannot afford that specific. How do you go about some of those things? So truly, this is really some of the things that I've learned about today. And yeah. So honestly, the best advice that I can give as a business owner myself is, I think something that was mentioned by Mr. Naftali Shukwa from PhD Marketing. Identify your niche, know who you are, identify a business that you know you can go into, that you can be passionate about, and that you never feel like you're working. And really, when you consider all the hardships of business and the struggles that you face, it makes it that much more bearable if you are passionate about what it is that you are doing. And truly run your race, choose your niche, and just go out there, then execute, be the best, be the best at that very specific service product. Let everybody call you, let you be the person that everybody wants to work with.
My name is Nelson Amo, and I'm a pharmacist, one of the founders of Beach Pharmacy. Yeah, and we believe health is wealth. Shared. To answer your question, what have I learned from the first part of the summit, and how am I going to apply it in my life or in my business, basically. Perhaps having strict understanding, especially when it comes to charities or sponsoring and stuff like that. Limits your needs such that you don't also give too much where you actually don't have, and you actually exercise that with actually yeah, I think that is what I taken out. I think it came from the TST gentleman. I think it's NAFTA, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I think that is my biggest takeaway, such that I don't dig a hole by giving too much when I myself need mention. I think you mentioned something like something I can apply within my business strategy. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mahara. I am an accredited financial advisor as a licensed financial coach. Today I want to impart on why financial wellness is important. Financial wellness is very, very important because it helps you to manage your finances and money effectively. It reduces financial stress, you get financial freedom, as well as get peace of mind. I strongly advocate for financial wellness because this is a very important aspect of everybody's life. So we need to start budgeting, we need to keep investing, and also stick to the budget when you budget. If there's a word that I will leave you today with, is keep investing. Invest, invest, invest. Thank you.
Hi, this is Aska in studio with graphic design. I used to realize journals, like if you want something that is design purpose, message to yourself, to always remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You must come to us in
Okay, what advice would you give to someone that wants to start a business?
My advice to somebody who wants to start a business, just start. You don't need to hear anything else, just start. Just gotta start. That's how it starts. And then, the moment you got the ball rolling, then, yeah, the world is your oyster. Everything does.
Thank you. Hi, Purpose in Law. My name is Precious. I'm a nurse practitioner and entrepreneur. I do sell Inuka Cosmetics. So Inuka is all about networking. The message is hard work pays, and you'll be celebrated for it, and you'll be rewarded for it. And you, as a CEO of your own company, you also have a chance to go to places like Dubai and be celebrated, and you go and relax on that vacation also as a Nuka distributor.
Oh, okay. What advice would you give to someone that wants to start a business?
Well, just tell your mindset that you have to start something and stay consistent. Even if it doesn't make sense, just start. When you have started, everything will fall into place and you get to understand everything. No one was ever born a business person, but it's a skill that you need to acquire, and you can only acquire it in the process. So it's a process. So just start and you see everything fall into place.
Hi, Purpose and Glow community. My name is Atile Shikale from Inuka.
How do you define purpose?
Purpose, in short, is the reason why you're doing what you're doing. As an Inuka, what is your why? What keeps you in the business? Why did you join the business? And this is also in everyday life. Why do you wake up and go to work? Or why do you wake up and go to school or do what you are doing? Are you motivated? You just do it because everybody else is doing it, or do you know the purpose and do you really want to achieve something in life? What are your goals? And that's the meaning of purpose for me.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dino, and I am here to just share something with you guys. So, I call myself
So how do you define purpose?
Very interesting question. So, today is my first time seeing Purpose in Flow, and I saw that it's a podcast. I love to talk, you guys know that. So, I was just walking by and I saw Purpose in Flow. Also, the aesthetic caught my eye, obviously. So today was the day I saw and I found Purpose in Flow, and I think I'm glad I'm here today because I don't think I would have seen it somewhere else. So welcome to Purpose and Glow, ladies and gentlemen, and please do give them a follow and listen to what they're saying. Okay, have a great day.
Thank you so much for watching and listening this week's episode. My name is Pamela Nangobe, your host. Until next week, Tuesday, stay in purpose and keep glowing. Bye-bye.